US prosecutors are calling digital currency exchange Liberty Reserve the bank of choice for the criminal underworld after the arrest of the company owner on suspicion of money laundering. Arthur Budowski is one of 5 people taken into custody on Friday in the US, Spain and Costa Rica, where the company's based. US prosecutors claim Liberty Reserve has laundered more than €4.5 billion of money made through illegal activities, including child pornography and the drug trade.
Liberty Reserve was intentionally created and structured to facilitate criminal activity. It was essentially a black market bank. As alleged, Liberty Reserve deliberately operated in a way to attract and aid criminals who wished to use digital currency to break the law and to launder the proceeds of their crimes.
The exchange operated as an anonymous, no questions asked alternative to the global banking system using Liberty dollars. The site and others linked to it have been blocked since the arrests.
Joining me now from Atlanta's Greg Evans. He's a cybercrime consultant at hackerforhire.com. Greg, thanks for joining us. Let's talk about the victims first. What happens to their money? Is it just tough? Is it all gone?
Well, the United States got that money. Who's going to come and claim it? I mean, once the United States seized the money and it's illegal money, they knew exactly once they shut down Liberty, this is going to be more income for the United States. So the money's not going back to the people. No one's going to come and claim the money.
Now, you had a client apparently from Cyprus. He was blackmailed. He had to send money through Liberty Reserve. How did that work?
Yes, I had a banker client who came to us because he was being extorted and blackmailed online, and he wanted us to find the person who did it, and we tracked him back to the Ukraine. But there was nothing we can do in time but go ahead and send the money. So when we thought we would be able to track them to send the money through banks or through PayPal, they wanted us to use Liberty Reserve, and that was the first time I've heard of Liberty Reserve. Over the years, though, I found that Liberty Reserve has not just been used for online transactions, but even human trafficking as well. So if somebody was selling another person.
How does somebody like me not get caught by something that looks pretty legitimate? And how do you regulate it?
Well, there's no way of regulating it. I mean, it's like regulating the internet. There's no way of actually regulating banking or outside of the United States. Every country has it, but there's no regulation on banks on the internet like that. So who would be in charge of that? And for you to be caught, it's like if you are a criminal, Liberty never asked who you really were. You're anonymous.
So great for them, huh?
If somebody dropped $1, on the ground and somebody came and picked it up, you don't know who that dollar belongs to, and that's how Liberty worked. So if you opened up an account under any name, including Barack Obama, that was your account.
Okay. Where does it leave something like Bitcoin, that digital currency?
Well, see, digital currency is getting bigger and bigger. From PayPal's, Bitcoins, and Liberty Reserves and all of those, there's going to be more and more of those popping up because more people who go online to shop, to pay their bills, they're going to not use their credit cards. They're going to be using these digital reserve places like the PayPal's, who keeps the person anonymous. You can set up an account with PayPal right now, and you don't have to give your social security number or even a real name if you think about it. But PayPal will try to verify other means to prove who you are via your bank account or your credit card. So there is some regulations there. But again, anyone can go to a store and buy a prepaid credit card and use any name that they like and set up with an account just with PayPal as well.
Seriously dodgy, isn't it? Greg Evans, thanks for your time. Good to talk to you.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family. It's a very imperative time we get back to learning finances and also start reading. Now guys, we're going to go over Bitcoin and of course the market. Now basically this video is sort of like a remake because I did something similar to my earlier videos when I first started. Now basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over Liberty Reserve. Now, Liberty Reserve, technically, if you look at the data, you can sort of go all the way back to 2001. But officially, they started in 2006. This was a digital currency moving billions of dollars. Billions of dollars, guys. Digital currency. Some was illegal, some was legal. But the fact is that if you look at the protocol of Ripple, Bitcoin, it's the same thing. Now remember, Bitcoin came out, and I think it was August of 2018. So guys, this was all basically, if you know how the government works, and I'm going to go over this really quick. So you have Arthur Budowski and then Vladimir Ket. Those were the duos that were running Liberty Reserve. It was a digital currency. I think the only thing you had to do was use your name, email, date of birth. You could move whatever you wanted to move. But guys, this means that the protocol was there. These guys were moving billions of dollars. So do not get it twisted that the government doesn't have a hold on this. And the reason why I say this is because you have next, after they got them, then they went where? Mount Gox. And then all of a sudden, you had Cotton come up, well, they say he had Crohn's disease, ended up dying. But guys, it seems like everybody who had Bitcoin or new technology, they either was threatened with prison or in prison or dead. If you look at the beginning, so it's similar to how I grew up during the crack era. It was the same way. Everybody went down at the same time. So guys, you have to look ahead. You have to understand that with the Bitcoin, everybody who had lots of Bitcoin, they don't have at the beginning. They don't have it. They were, if you look at Mount Gox, says somebody back in and got stolen, the whole story makes no sense whatsoever. You had Cotton, went to India, died of Crohn's disease, a multi-millionaire. Makes no sense whatsoever. Now, when you look at the amount of money that they were actually moving, when you look at Liberty Reserve, now they started it, actually I think it was from 2001 to 2002, that basically you can go back and see where they actually started. But it was basically called the Gold Age. But just like I stated, these guys were moving a lot of money on a system that, of course, we look at Bitcoin, Ripple has been around for a while, but these protocols are the same as theirs. And just like I stated, to move this amount of money, this was no new system. This is something that they were doing consistently, and people were trusting them with millions of dollars. So when you look at the dark web, all the money that was moved, and you look at the actual connections, all the guys, like I said, went down at the same time. So I just wanted to go over that real quick, because you know what I say, this is a plan. It's already set out. So this protocol that they already had, only thing they had to do was steal it. Remember what Steve Jobs said, is not the smartest guy, not who can create, it's who can steal the best. And this Bitcoin and Ripple was clearly stolen from these guys. Now moving over to the current Bitcoin prices, guys, right now we are getting a little pump. Of course, like I stated, don't get greedy. We do have bot coming. So remember I said, look at the stable coins, because the stable coins are the ones who are creating the liquidity. Now, yesterday I bought you South Korea as far as with cryptos. Of course, now in the news we have Japan. So everything is moving in motion, like we stated. So going over to the markets, basically we have, of course, Janet Yellen saying that we're in a recession. Of course, if you look at the actual markets, in 6 months, and you take April, in 6 months, a lot of these people who are getting unemployment won't have employment getting paid out. And of course, the government is not going to keep paying them a check. So we're definitely, just like I stated, at the end of the year, Bitcoin rises along with the rest of the economy going down. Of course, the stock market is definitely going to be going down because what the Federal Reserve is doing is propping up the market, buying everything. I already went over that, ETFs, bonds, they're just buying up everything. Now we have gold going to 1,700, and of course, as long as they keep putting these dollars out with no inflation, gold is going to still have its ups and downs. There's going to be room for you to get in and get out. But gold is definitely, towards the end of the year, is definitely going to be going up also, even though it's very manipulated. Also, don't forget we have the IMF that stated they're going to put $1 trillion worth of dollars out there, and that's what's hurting gold, because as long as dollars keep going out, gold will never hit its potential. Gold probably should be at about $100,000 per ounce, but as long as they keep putting these dollars out, that's going to keep gold in check. We have the LIBOR, guys, that nobody ever talks about. Of course, LIBOR has the mortgages, car loans, your school loans. So LIBOR is $1 trillion market that's in a bubble and nobody talks about it, even though there's been plenty of scandals when it comes to it. We have the EU talking about banning shorts. As we know, that's part of the game. That's part of the whole banking system. They make money whether they go up or down because they can always short it. We also have Bill Gates talking about having a vaccine. Guys, I've been over this, plenty of my videos. Just like I said, this is all the plan. We know these vaccines, majority of vaccines have what they're trying to get rid of inside of it. So it makes no sense to take one of those vaccines. Now we do have Lady Gaga saying that they're going to have a concert for the C word. They always bring in the clowns, guys, to distract the masses. So guys, always stay focused on your money. Always stay focused on your money. But guys, don't forget, that's all I have for you. I have the book, Cryptoteacher, NWO book. Also, I want to thank those, of course, who bought both. Also, those who donated to the Cash App, Patreon. Don't forget about the links, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Don't forget, basically, about the stocks, chip stocks, gaming, cobalt, banking stocks. Don't forget the narrative that's being sold to you with the C virus. Everybody's at home. And then also, like I stated, when people are at home, not working, depressed, they drink and they smoke weed. So don't forget about those stocks. And y'all have a wonderful day.